So sometime back, I was actually the lookout for a small kit to build, and I went online to check if I can find a 3D printed Jeep, and lo and behold, I did find a site called Bharat Hobby, which had this 3D printed Jeep that, looked to be a very enticing model. It also comes with a 37mm gun and a trailer as well. And in order to give my mojo a kick, I thought this would be a great purchase, as it would be a quick build to have. So I instantly clicked on buy, and I ended up spending 490 rupees. This is not including shipping. Shipping was 150, and the following video is going to show you not a step-by-step, but a sort of build video and unboxing video of this particular kit. So sit back and enjoy it. Wow, look at that. So here's the Jeep kit. Looks like a 3D printed version of sorts. Doesn't have any instructions, although I can see this is the lower chassis. This is the upper chassis here. And this is the windshield bracket here. Also, look at that. It seems to be warped. Not too many parts. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 parts in total. So it should be a rather very quick build. But that is in case the chassis is not warped, because looking at the state of the sprues, seems to me that the chassis might be warped. But anyway, let's go ahead and build this. All right, everybody, so here we are. This is the 1/72nd scale AGEPBIZ or AGEPBIZ. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'd say AGEPBIZ Willys Jeep. And this is 3D printed. Took me about 20 minutes to assemble and paint it. As you can see, I've painted the headlights and the indicators, and also given a slight grille detail there. The only thing that was a little problematic was to figure out where this particular part would go. And I, of course, later on figured out and realized that this part will actually hold the lower and the upper chassis together. And it's actually in the shape of a double U on the edges. That U basically, it clips into the bar that is there on the lower chassis, and it also holds the lower end of the upper chassis together. So that's how it clips. That took some time to figure out, but apart from that, you can see that it's turned out pretty nice. These are the seats. I've left them as is, but I do feel because they're a little loose here. Of course, it gives a little bit of realism. I don't know if the seats on the Willys Jeep were movable like so, but I think the base would have been stiff. So a little bit of glue would probably help address that. I have currently left it as is. You can see that the spare tire and the jerry can have also come out pretty nice here. The steering wheel, you can see that there is still some play in that. So again, you know, a little bit of glue would probably fix that in place. I have left it as is, and the same case for the front windshield bar as well. Now you cannot position it in the down position as much as I would have loved to do that, because I think it sits only in this position. There's no way to move it down, but that would have looked much cooler. Now the wheels, they don't move, and I'm kind of okay with that because I'm okay having it as a static model rather than a rolling model. The thing is that I spent 600 rupees, 480 was the actual cost of this 3D print, and 150 on top was the shipping charge. So, you know, as far as the overall cost of this particular model is concerned, I feel it's slightly overpriced, maybe at around 300 for the kit price. If 150 is the shipping charge, then maybe around 300 or max 350. You know, this would have been a great choice, you know, for a quick assembly build. If you're interested in, you know, building military models like Jeeps and all. So 300 to 350 would have been a great pricing for this, but you can see here on the right side wheel cover arc, you can see that there is this blemish out here, and there's a similar blemish on the left side as well. I think this is from the 3D print itself. This is a defect in the 3D print. So I don't think 450 is an apt price for this. Maybe 3 to 350 would have been an excellent price, and if it was at that price, I would have probably bought two of them. But 450, slightly expensive. Now, if I compare this with the Heller Jeep, and this is the Heller 1/72nd scale Jeep that I built a couple of years back, and you can see that the amount of detail in the Heller Jeep is just fantastic. You know, look at that. Even the front windshield, you know, you can position it up like this. It kind of locks in here, and it's also got that glass clear part basically that was to be attached on the inner side of it. And you can also you know, position it down here. It locks in like this. So that's a nice touch to the Heller Jeep. But if I compare the two, you can see that the Heller Jeep is much smaller than the AGEPBIZ one. And that's because, of course, this is a 72nd scale Jeep, and the AGEPBIZ one, they're marketing it as 1/64th, but the problem is, and I'll show you another comparison. So here are two of my 64 scale Willys Jeeps, and as you can see, this one is from Matchbox, and it looks pretty cool in that red color with the black interiors. And this one, of course, is the same casting, but this is the one that I had modified last year, and I had modified it into the US Navy Shore Patrol Jeep. So if I compare, you know, even 64 scale is bigger than this Jeep, so 64 is much bigger than the Heller Jeep. There's a clear difference. This is much bigger. This is smaller than this, but bigger than this. and this one, the Hella one, is the smallest. I don't know, 72, 64, and I don't know, this is somewhere between a 72nd and a 64th. So I don't know, maybe 68 scale or 70 scale, even though it is being marketed as a 1/64 scale, but it certainly doesn't look like that. So that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the entire build and detailed explanation about this particular model. I'll leave a link to the site from where I purchased it in case you are interested. So do consider subscribing to the channel. Click the thumbs up if you like the content. I will see you again in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.